Well, good morning once again from Ed's Orchids, and hope everybody's okay. What I propose to do today is I'm going to flush with RO water, and then I'm going to test the water and see how many salts come out of the plants. I'm going to do all these Paphs on here. There's about 20, and then we'll see what the parts per million is of the water that's been flushed through. Now it's starting off at 4 parts per million, and the water temperature is, let's see, .24 degrees. So I'll flush them through, and we'll see what it's like when we've finished. So here we go. Just keep flushing them through like this. And that's roughly a couple of litres in each one. And we'll do this smallish Rothschildianum. It's flowered once before as a single growth, and now it's got one nice growth there and a little one coming up further down there. But this flushing is very important, I think. A lot of people don't think so, but I do. And we've got this Paphs. Nice plant, growing very well. And I'm sure it's because I get rid of all the salts. A lot of Paphs aren't really bothered. I think Sangiai in particular isn't bothered about salts in the water, it can tolerate it. But most of them can't, and I think it's always best to flush them. Well, that's 3 done. I won't show you anymore, I'm just flushing them through. We'll just have a look what it's like when I've done them all. Well, I've managed to water 10 plants with that bucket full, so I'll have to do a few more. But we'll just see what the parts per million has gone up from 4 when we started with the RO water to what it is now after the runoff of 10 plants. And we've got, come on, press the whole button. That's better. And we've got 20 parts per million. So a lot of people are starting off with that and a lot more than that before they fertilise. You know, but I fertilised yesterday and flushed today, and it's gone up 16 parts per million out of 10 plants. So it just shows that I'm not keeping many salts in my plants at all, because salts are a ruination of roots. So I hope that's given a bit of advice to some people about flushing, and I'm going to carry on because I've got half a dozen plants I've never shown you, and they're only seedlings are just above, but I'll finish off with doing those. Well, I've used the same water now on all my Paphs. I didn't renew the bucket, so I've just used the same one, seeing it was only at 20. So we'll see what it is now after doing a load of big Paphs. Yep, it's on 46. So it shows there's not many salts in the compost I'm using. Well, the first one I'd like to show you is this Paphs lawrenceanum. Only a smallish plant yet, just starting a new leaf coming up in the middle of the largest growth. These grow on the ground in humus, you know, the dead decaying matter on the floor. Never become terrestrial. The only The only way that people think they're terrestrial is if the monsoon season washes soil over the roots, but they don't do that of their own free will. So this is Paphiopedilum lawrenceanum. Likes warm growing, and like most of the Paphs. I have a request just to show the names because a lot of people can't tell what I'm talking about. There we are. Paph lawrenceanum. This is another little bonny plant, and absolutely beautiful when it grows up and flowers. Hopefully in another 5 or 6 years' time it'll get to that one. This is Paphiopedilum Paul Parks, cross between Sanderianum and Adductum. Some people will say it's a cross between not Adductum, it's Anitum, and then other people say it's Adductum VAR Anitum, if you know what I mean. So let's just say it's Adductum cross Sanderianum. Beautiful little plant. Here's another nice little plant, Paphiopedilum delrossii, Monique. I think this is a cross between Rothschildianum and Delanati, I think, but it's only a young plant, and I thought I'd lost it, but it's just coming up with a new leaf now, so it looks like it just might make it. I repotted all these, and I'm not going to water them again until all this water's disappeared off the inside of the pot. These were watered a week ago and it's still damp there, so I'm going to leave them. That's Paphiopedilum delrossii. Delorsi, Monique, Vachereau, Lecouf. This is another little Paphiopedilum Colopakingii I've got. Probably about 20 centimetres overall, but still a young plant. But just starting a new leaf growth in the middle. So that'll be a few years before it makes anything, but looking very good, and I'm quite happy with it. Now this is a little plant I'm having trouble with. It's a Paphiopedilum micranthum, and the one nearest to us is the mother plant, and then it's thrown a stole on to that plant there. But it must have been stood like this for 2 years and not moved. So I repotted it into a little bit of sphagnum I've got, which I never very use much. So I'll see what happens, but after 2 years and it hasn't moved and it hasn't died, so we'll just see. But what so happens with these Paphs, they just do nothing, and then suddenly they take off and you can't stop them growing. So let's hope it happens to this one. And this is another one I've had a little bit of trouble with, Paphiopedilum farianum. They're notoriously difficult to keep, but if you read any of the books they say they're very easy. Now this has just come up with a new leaf, but a lot of the old growth was going bad, so I've had to chop it off. This again was watered a week ago, and you can still see the moisture inside the pot, so won't get watered again until that's disappeared. That's Paphiopedilum farianum. Not a small plant, quite big, but not doing anything much. Well, that's about as much as I've got to show you. I think you've seen everything else. I've only got 3 genera, so I'm finding it more difficult with every video. So I'll try and find something. It's probably updates and things like that I'll do later on. So we'll finish now with just a look at these 3 Cavacii that's doing fine. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to subscribe, I'd like that very much. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.